For centuries, humanity has been told a story shaped by power, tradition, and fear. A story that demanded faith without question, obedience without reflection, and loyalty without inner knowing. But behind the polished temples and sacred books lies a secret, a suppressed path that dared to challenge the foundations of mainstream religion. Today, we are going to reveal what they never wanted you to know about Gnosticism versus religion, a tale of liberation, hidden knowledge, and the war for your soul. Stay with us, Seeker, because once you hear this, you can never go back. What is Gnosticism? Gnosticism, from the Greek gnosis, meaning knowledge, is not simply another religion. It is a spiritual technology that focuses on direct personal experience of the divine. Unlike institutional religions that teach you to look outward, to priests, to rules, to rituals, Gnosticism turns you inward. It says, "The kingdom of God is within you. The spark of the divine is already buried inside. You do not need an external authority to reach the source." Gnostics believed that the material world was a prison, created by flawed or lower cosmic beings, what they called archons, who trapped humanity in ignorance. Only by awakening to the secret knowledge of our true nature can we escape this illusion and return to the pleroma, the realm of pure light. This was radical. This was dangerous. This was, for many, blasphemy. What is religion? Now, let's look at religion, particularly the institutional forms that rose to dominance in the West. Organized religion offered community, laws, moral codes, and hope. But it also demanded obedience to hierarchy, acceptance of dogma, suppression of personal mystical experiences. Where Gnosticism encouraged inner revelation, religion often demanded outer conformity. Where Gnosticism said, "You are the child of a hidden God, above all powers," religion often said, "You are a sinner, dependent on the mercy of priests and rulers." Religion brought stability to empires, but it also controlled minds. It created a framework where a few interpreted the divine for the many, and the many were expected to obey. The clash. Why Gnosticism was suppressed. The early Christian world was a battlefield of ideas. Gnostic texts, like the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, the Apocryphon of John, taught a mystical Christianity rooted in self-knowledge. Orthodox Christianity, aligned with empire and councils, saw these as threats. They declared them heresies, burned their books, and wiped out their communities. Why? Because Gnosticism is dangerous to any power that wants to mediate between you and the divine. If you discover you are a direct child of the light, you no longer need a priest, a bishop, or a state religion. Control is lost. The chain is broken. The matrix begins to crack. Core differences summarized. Gnosticism. God is hidden beyond the false creator. The world is a flawed illusion. Divine spark is within you. Knowledge, gnosis, is the path to salvation. Personal, inner mystical experience. Religion, mainstream. God is a personal ruler outside of you. The world is good as created. You are a sinner needing external forgiveness. Salvation through obedience, rituals, and belief. Institutional mediation. Why does this matter today? This is not ancient history. This is happening right now. People are still being told to obey without thinking. People are still cut off from their own inner spark. People are still threatened with fear and guilt. But a new age of seekers is rising. People are rediscovering the Gnostic path, whether through meditation, mysticism, psychedelics, near-death experiences, or simply asking questions the system cannot answer. The fire of Gnosis is returning, and it terrifies those who wish to control you. Modern reflections. Ask yourself, who benefits from you being afraid of your own divinity? Who profits from you believing you are worthless without them? What happens if you reclaim your right to direct contact with the source? These are the questions Gnosticism wanted you to ask, and still wants you to ask today. Because if even a few people awaken, the entire system can shift. Seeker, you have glimpsed what they never wanted you to see. The path of Gnosis is not safe. It is not easy, but it is the path of the brave. Those who dare to know themselves beyond the chains of fear, tradition, and control. You are not a slave. You are not a sinner by default. You are a spark of the divine, here to remember your true origin. And now, you cannot unhear this message. This is the Gnostic Vault, where we decode forbidden truths and break open the chains of ignorance. If you are ready to keep exploring the mysteries, subscribe, hit the bell, and share this light with other seekers. Until next time, know thyself and awaken.